Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I really want to talk about fake Larimar versus real Larimar and a little bit about what's going on in the Dominican Republic right now. So if you guys aren't aware what happened in the Dominican Republic where Larimar is mined, the mine has been closed indefinitely, and this is because there were several fatalities in the mine. Now, the Larimar mine is the only mine in the world that you can get Larimar from, and it's located in the Dominican Republic. So there were some fatalities there due to high levels of toxic gas in the mine, as well as a lot of the tunnels being flooded. So really sad for that community and really sad for those families who lost loved ones in the mine. So the government in the Dominican Republic has closed the mine indefinitely. So the price and demand for Larimar has gone way up. So we're starting to see the emergence of fakes, and we're going to look at these two crystals here to show you kind of the difference between the real Larimar and the fake Larimar. And I just really want to warn you guys, because I've been seeing so many people being ripped off with the fake Larimar. And you guys, the fake Larimar isn't even a crystal, it's glass. That's right, it's not a mislabeled crystal, it's just glass. So obviously, as someone who prides themselves on selling authentic crystals, it definitely really hurts to see people out there selling glass as Larimar, especially during this time when the mine is closed. So I want to educate you all on the fake versus real Larimar, and I have a couple other videos on this topic that I've done in the past, but because the mine has closed, I really wanted to talk about this again. I also have examples, real life examples of the fake Larimar, so we're gonna look at that today also. So let's take a peek at what we got here. So if we look on the screen, on the left side is the authentic, genuine, real Larimar in a few different qualities from the Dominican Republic. On the right is green alabaster, also known as snowflake jade, also known as glass, very fancy glass out of China. So you can see from far away, there is a resemblance, but you can see some pretty big differences. And I think the first difference we want to look at is the color, right? The Larimar over here is this beautiful aqua blue. This is green. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer so you guys can see how green this actually is. And I think for me, this is what gives it away that it's glass. You can literally see the bubbles inside the glass, but not all of the alabaster looks like that. Most of the alabaster we're seeing in the market looks like this. But to me, this is the dead giveaway that it's glass. Now this is a very cool stone, a very cool piece of glass, I should say. It's really unique. These are actually pretty expensive. Wholesale, these were like $30 a piece. So they're not cheap. This technique to do this with glass is expensive, so that's why the price point is high. However, it is glass. So these are the two alabaster jade. In my opinion, when you cling them together, they sound like glass. You know how when you cling two glasses together and they make this noise? That to me is a dead giveaway. Also, these are not very cold. If you hold these in your hand or hold them up against your face, they're just not cold. Like, they just don't feel like a crystal. They really don't. So those are the alabasters. Let's look at the real Larimar here. So I have two qualities of Larimar right here. This quality is a little bit lower grade, but still beautiful, authentic Larimar. If we hold them side by side, there is some similarities, but I mean, the color honestly is pretty close too, but this is very green in my opinion. Like, you can tell it's green, and it has the pool-like pattern like the alabaster does. This is a little bit of a higher grade of Larimar. The color is much more prevalent. There's still a lot of white in here and some matrix, but really nice piece of Larimar. If you hold them up side by side, you definitely can see the color. I mean, if you do this, I mean, you can, in my opinion, you can really tell, right? But the color is very green on this, and this is very much blue. I think the color is the biggest giveaway. And then when you cling two crystals together, can definitely hear a difference. I know that's not always the perfect way to tell, but let's zoom over and out a little bit here so we can look at the tumbles. So these are actually pretty high quality Larimar tumbles. Blue is very blue. We do have some pieces with some green on them, but it's almost like a turquoise, not a, this is like an ashy green to me. Like, it's very different. So those are those two next to each other. Again, to me, the biggest difference is that color. And the amount of white in the alabaster is a lot compared to some real Larimar. So you can see this one's still very green compared to the high quality Larimar tumbles. And these Larimar bracelets, my supplier gave them to me at a little bit of a discount because they aren't quite as high quality, because the beads are actually a little bit more green than blue. If you can see there, maybe not so much on screen, but you can see the beads are hued a little bit more green. But if we look at these two together, you can still tell that this is very different green. These Larimar beads, even though they do have a green color, are still very much blue rich versus green rich. But I mean, the colors are getting pretty close, you guys. I have to admit, they're closer than I thought. So if we really zoom in here, you can really see that the higher grade Larimar is much more blue aqua colored, and the lower grade Larimar is a little bit more green and a little bit more in line with the alabaster jade, aka the glass. So hopefully this is giving you a picture of the color differences here as I zoom in. But I'd still say this feels very much green compared to the others. And as much as I'd really love to just break these open and see what's inside. But you really don't have to break them open. You can see what's inside. It's these big bubbles inside. And you can see there's almost like a weird, there's a rainbow there, but that's just the glass in there. So if you see a crystal like this being sold as Larimar, I definitely would encourage you to reach out to that person and let them know that this is not Larimar and it's not a crystal, that it's glass and it shouldn't be sold as Larimar. I know it's a little bit hard to police the community, but with everything going on in the Dominican Republic right now, selling fake Larimar like this just, I think, is in bad taste. Whether you know you're selling it or not, that's why I'm making this video. Larimar really comes from one place in the world, and that's the Dominican Republic. You 100% can buy Larimar out of China, but it is very hard and it's very expensive. I have bought it out of China before successfully, no problems, but these come from China. These very clearly come from China. Anyone who has this knows they got it from China. Any supplier who has this, any crystal shop who has this knows it came from China, because the Dominican Republic doesn't sell crystals like this. They don't sell glass like this. So your first red flag is if your Chinese supplier is selling this as Larimar, I would not buy it until you 100% know that it is authentic Larimar. Which in the background here you can see it looks very different. So just be careful out there if you're a buyer or a seller. This is going around a lot and people are trying to make money off of this, and it's just glass. If you guys are okay with glass and it's being sold as glass, great. These are cool crystals, cool crystal glass balls, but they're just not crystals and they're not Larimar. So I don't want anybody being fooled, because I've been seeing a lot of people get fooled on this alabaster jade recently, and people come to me really upset and I feel really bad, like I could have done more to educate people. So that's why I'm making this video, and hopefully this is helpful. Please share this to friends and suppliers and crystal shops and crystal customers or anyone who loves Larimar. Please let them know that this video exists so they can avoid buying the fake alabaster. Now, a personal plug for my shop. These two are my personal pieces, so these ones won't be for sale. I have a bunch of these high-grade Larimar tumbles. They're a little bit smaller than the tumbles I've had in my shop in the past, so they will be much more affordable, which is awesome. And I obviously bought these because I wanted to support the miners who have nowhere to mine anymore. So I wanted to show support by buying Larimar from them so that you guys could get it at an affordable price and they could have some income while the mine is closed. And we also have these insanely gorgeous Larimar bracelets that will be listed on the website. So please feel free to go check these out. I will try to list these this weekend. They may be up earlier than that depending on when this video goes out. So if you guys are looking for a safe place to purchase ethically sourced Larimar, please check out my website at coldbrewcrystals.com. These will also be up on Etsy as well, but they will go live on my website first at coldbrewcrystals.com. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for learning and growing with me and helping educate others on crystals. And please don't forget to subscribe if you really like this video and you'd like to just learn more about fake crystals in general. I definitely will be filming more of those videos in the future, so please subscribe down below. I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. I know it's a huge goal, but it would really help me out if you would subscribe. It's free and you'll learn some really awesome information and see some really beautiful crystals if you do. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!